Hello, I'm Peter Brown. Welcome to my channel, A Recipe for a Longer Life, devoted to helping you change your lifestyle and diet to live a longer and healthier life, as I do. Now today, I'm going to show you a favourite dish of mine, aubergine, butternut squash and chickpea curry. It's a very subtle dish, mild flavours, fragrant and delicious. Okay, now let's look at the ingredients. You will need a leek. You will need butternut squash, about 500 grams. That piece weighs 500 grams. Aubergines, I have 2 here. Again, you want about 500 grams. You will need a piece of ginger, peeled and chopped. You will need Colombo spice. I'll tell you a bit more about Colombo spice when I come to use it. You will need half a preserved lemon. There's already a video on my channel showing how to preserve lemons. And you will need a chilli. I've pickled these chilies in vinegar. You'll need a chilli or 2. I'm going to use 2. You will need chopped tomatoes, a tin of chopped tomatoes. That's 400 grams. You'll need a tin of coconut milk, again 400 grams, and a tin of chickpeas. And of course, you'll need pepper and salt. You will also need a little coconut oil for frying. That's all our ingredients. Now I'm going to prepare them. Chop off the ends of your leek and slice up the remainder. You can use an onion. I like to use the leek, it has a gentler flavour. Quarter your butternut squash, scrape out the seeds and chop the remainder into large bite-sized pieces. You could substitute the butternut squash with, say, sweet potato, but that would alter the dish really. Cut your aubergines into large bite-sized pieces. Peel the sides off a 2-inch piece of fresh ginger. You can grate it or finely chop the remainder. Rinse your preserved lemon half under the tap to remove the salt, then chop it up finely. Remove the seeds from your chilli, then finely chop what is left. Always wash your hands after handling chilies. You don't want to touch your eye or any other sensitive part of your anatomy because it'll sting like crazy. There, now my vegetables are prepared. Got my other tins open, ready. All is ready to begin assembling the dish. So, we need a little coconut oil, not a lot, about a dessert spoonful. Let's find a dessert spoon while we're about it. Right, here we are. We'll light the gas. Yes. And that is probably enough. I'll just put a little bit more in. There. We'll let that melt. Now, the leeks. And just give those a chance to soften. Right, here we go with the Colombo spice, which I'm going to put in with the leek and let it heat to bring out the flavour. It gives a mild flavour to the curry, and it is a combination of spices. It has turmeric, fenugreek, a touch of cloves, coriander, but if you can't find it, I suggest you use cumin and turmeric. I'm now also going to add the tin of tomatoes and the tin of coconut milk, together with salt and a good grinding of black pepper. You don't actually see me doing it because we didn't film it for some reason. Sorry about that. Now we're going to add the ginger, the chilli and the preserved lemon. So here we go. They go in. Give them a stir round. Then I'm going to leave that to come up to simmering, and then I'll give it a taste to make sure that I've got the balance right. And once it's up to simmering, we'll add our aubergine and butternut squash. Right, it's coming up to simmering, so we can add the vegetables. Aubergines, here we go, butternut squash, and more aubergines. There. And we give this a bit of a stir around. Right, there we are. I'm going to put the lid on and we'll let that cook probably half an hour. And then we want to make sure that our vegetables are tender but have still kept their shape. And I will then dip in the chickpeas, which really hardly need to be cooked, just have to be heated through. I think there's enough liquid there, but if it needs a touch more, I shall just add a ladle full of water. But we'll leave it 20 minutes, half an hour. So on goes the lid. Right. Now it's 25 minutes later. I'm going to have a look at it and see if we should add the chickpeas. Yes, that's not quite ready, but ready for the chickpeas, I think. They take no time to cook. In they go. And we'll give them a stir around. And yes, my butternut squash is a little bit firm. No, it's all right, actually. The knife goes in. I think I'll just give it 5 more minutes. We are now ready to dish up. Okay, here we go. Yes, excellent. Fragrant and not heavily spiced. Aubergine and butternut squash and chickpea curry. Delicious. And there. I shall be serving this dish with brown rice, and I will sprinkle it with some chopped coriander. You can of course use parsley, or you could use basil. It really doesn't matter. I like to use the coriander because it's got a slightly peppery taste. And the final touch, a little sprinkling of coriander. There. There is your curry. Fragrant, delicious, easy to make, economical, and very, very tasty. Enjoy. I'll say goodbye to all. Do try this. It's so tasty, it's so delicious, and sophisticated taste. Really. Nothing over the top, all beautifully blended together. Now, saying goodbye, don't forget to share, subscribe, comment, and there's another one. What's that? Like. Okay? Bye-bye.